Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. But first, I do want to talk about today's sponsor, which is Yvette Sports. You guys already know the deal. I am obsessed with Yvette's sports bras. They are the absolute most amazing sports bras. I love the coverage, I love the protection, I love the fact that I know that my girls aren't going anywhere. There is high coverage, high protection. It's called high impact. And on top of that, they have so many different colors to choose from, so many different styles to choose from, so many different impact levels to choose from. So I highly recommend them. I talk about them all the time, and you guys know I've been wearing their sports bras for over a year now, have worn them, worked out in them, chilled in them, lounged around in them, ran errands in them, washed them hundreds of times, and they hold up beautifully. They don't fade, they don't get all icky and gunky, and I just am obsessed. So they have a new recycle collection that we are going to talk all about, and I'm going to get up and show you guys what this looks like. I love this color. It's not something I normally would pick, but love it. And then also some biker shorts which I have been obsessed with, and I don't think I'm going to work out in any leggings this whole summer. So let's go ahead and get to that, and we will talk all about the new collection.
So to contribute to a better planet, Yvette has been focusing on environmental protection for years. So far, Yvette has recycled about 1,199,120 water bottles and fishing nets. They were crushed, washed, and then after a series of processing procedures, finally turned into the recycled polyester and nylon, which is the main material of the recycled fabric. In 2021, the Eco Collection is launched, which is the name of their recycled line. Made from recycled fibers, the Eco Collection is not only eco-friendly, but also supportive. And girl, this is supportive. These shorts, these biker shorts, I am obsessed with. First of all, the color is beyond beautiful. It looks amazing. I would never have picked this color out for myself, but they sent this to me, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they sent me this color because it is beautiful. I love the back of the sports bra. Of course, you have molded padding. These biker shorts do not roll down. They do not roll up. They do not cut into your leg. They are incredibly amazing, and I highly recommend them. They are squat proof. They're nice and thick. They have a nice thick waistband. I know this is super uncomfortable, but I gotta show you because these are good. This is the largest size that they offer, which is a 5XL, which is what I'm wearing, and they're so good. So I have the material of both the sports bras both the sports bra and the biker shorts, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. So the sports bra is called the Echo for a Clean Ocean Women's High Support Sports Bra. The materials are on the screen right now. This is designed for high impact sports. It has a firm hold with your crisscross open back, and it also has your customizable fit with the adjustable bands or the adjustable hooks. Also the removable padding, or the molded padding, which is my favorite. No removable pads. Breathable mesh wicks away sweat and helps you keep dry and cool. Sizes extra small to 5XL, 4 colors. For your biker shorts, materials are on the screen. You have, again, they're designed for high impact sports. Girl, they hold you in. They are good. They have high-waisted, wide waistband. They make you feel and keep you sucked in. They're so good. They're soft fabric, streamlined shape to give you professional support, and a 4-way stretchy technology that ensures an all-direction stretch in movement. So that way when you're working out, you're super comfortable and yet you can move. And they go from sizes extra small to 3XL, which is the size that I am wearing. And they also have 4 colors as well. These are all going to be linked down below in the description box. So make sure you go and get these. Like I said, Yvette has the best sports bras. I've never tried their biker shorts before. This is my first time, but I am loving them. They are so good. They're exceptional, exceptional quality, and I highly, highly recommend.
So again, links are going to be down below for you guys to go check this out. Highly recommend. Yvette Sports is the best. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Now let's get in to the real exciting stuff. Not that Yvette in this cute outfit wasn't exciting, but you know, this is like really exciting. So I am going to be working out of the Jaclyn Hill palette. Just to go ahead and get this out of the way and talk about what colors I'm using. I'm going to be using these four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in my crease, and then I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, and I mix them all together, and I'm going to pat that on my outer corner, and then I'm going to use this color right here to go into this corner, or into the inner corner right here. So that's what I'm going to do. It's one of my favorites. If I want to look a little bit more glam, a little more put together, like I spent a little more time on my makeup, it's definitely one of my favorite go-to looks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this. So I have decided to move, or at least I'm looking into moving. Are you serious? How is my battery dying? Because I could have sworn that I charged this thing, because I don't see another battery. Y'all, this is already the second time that I've filmed this, because the first time that I filmed it, here's the other battery. Hopefully it's charged. But the first time I filmed it, I went to go edit it and I'm all blurry. I just love this camera. I also got quotes on insurance, and they've been calling me every 5 minutes since yesterday because, you know, I'm moving states, which is even more exciting. All right, let me go ahead and change my battery so then we can really get into this. Get ready with me. I think we're in focus. Our battery's good to go. Let's get into it. So you guys might think, Jill, this is totally random and out of the blue. And truth be told, it's not. I have been thinking and talking about moving for about 3 or more years now. So when I had a more social, active life, well before COVID, and I was living in that townhome, I used to say all the time, I just feel like I don't belong here. I just need to move. I want to go somewhere. I want to go to a bigger city. And truth be told, I'm glad I waited, because the first thing I thought of was, I'm going to move to Atlanta. I'm going to move to Atlanta. Sometimes I would actually start making preparations. I would start looking for apartments, and then I would chicken out and be like, no, I don't want to move the kids. I don't want to do that to them again, blah, 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 blah. COVID happened, and as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but if you don't know, Kentrell, my son, did learn from home all last year. It was his first year of high school, and he did learn from home. So he technically has not stepped foot in a high school. Ava also is starting middle school, which means she's never even stepped foot in a middle school. And I'm gonna be honest, while she is like super excited for middle school, I wasn't really that big of a fan when my son went to that middle school. There were a lot of things about that school that I just completely disagreed about, but here we are. Here we are. I have been thinking about moving for the past 3.5 years. If 2020 taught any of us anything, it was nothing is ever guaranteed. Take chances while you can. Follow your dreams and do what makes you happy. You don't live for anybody but you. And I started thinking, when I thought about doing this move, I'm like, I can't because the kids, and I promised them that I wouldn't move and this and that. But honestly, at the end of the day, I wasn't planning to stay in this house much longer anyways. And on top of that, I knew this going in, but I needed to experience this again for myself on my own to take care of a house. And let me tell you, taking care of a house this large is no easy feat. Something about me is that I've always been super fascinated by city life. I've always loved the hustle and bustle, not the traffic. I will say that I hate traffic, but I've always been super fascinated about cities, the things that they have to offer, the hustle and bustle, having a city where you can just walk to pretty much everything, which down here, I don't think that there's really a city like that. I think in every city, in every major city, their public transportation is lacking, and it doesn't really allow you, if you're all out in the different areas of the city, to be able to take advantage of it. So in all cities in the South, I feel like you have to have a car. However, it's also no secret that I hate to drive. I don't feel like I belong here. I haven't felt like I belonged here for a really long time. I moved back here in 2013, and I realized I haven't been myself since 2013. Yes, the whole what if questions obviously are coming into my head. What if you move and nothing changes? What if you move and everything stays the same? What if you move thinking that you're going to be doing all of these things and being super active, and then it ends up that you're just the same as you were here? And that's the risk I'm willing to take, truth be told. It really, truly is the risk that I'm willing to take, because I wholeheartedly believe that my life there is going to be quite the opposite. I fell in love with Charlotte. Me and the kids fell in love with Charlotte when we went. It's such a beautiful town. It's such a beautiful city. It's an up and coming city. It's a young city. And I feel like it'll be a great place for me to network more than where I live currently. Also, there's more to do there. There's lots of parks, nature trails. If you live in a specific area, I feel like for me, I want to live in an apartment complex, and the apartment complexes that I've been looking at are within walking distance of so many things, which is a big thing of what I want. I want to be able to walk more. I want to live a more active lifestyle. This also came big into play when I was doing 75 hard, which, if you don't know, it requires you to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. And in those workouts, you have to do one outside. One of them has to be outside. So with that being said, I was like, okay, I did 75 hard. So with that being said, while I did that, I learned the importance of getting outside and how good it is for your mental health. I hate driving. I absolutely hate driving. So for me to be able to have tons of stores, coffee shops, all of these things within walking distance to me, I can do what I've always said I was going to do with this job, and on editing days go out and just be amongst the people, you know, stop being so isolated, stop being so to myself. One of the things my mom mentioned to me yesterday was like, why are you going to a city where you don't know anybody? And I'm like, that's the beauty of it. Truth be told, there is so much beauty in, for me, yes, it's fearful. Yeah, it is. But I'm going to be honest, I also feel so incredibly alone, and I'm so isolated in this city too. There's so much to do in Charlotte. I was looking on Charlotte Instagram pages last night about nature trails and how they have yoga in nature, and they have this rooftop bar slash pool that is kid friendly, and you can purchase a resort pass. It's basically a resort, and you can purchase a pass for a day. And I literally saw someone in the review section write a review and say, oh, I just wanted somewhere new for the day to work, and so I just purchased a pass. And I was like, how amazing is that? Where I have so many different choices. I could go downtown and I could sit in a coffee shop there, and I don't have to park, I don't have to drive. I can take the little, I don't know what they call it, little public transportation, maybe the rail, I don't know. But I've been watching so many videos on Charlotte, and one thing that everybody says in those videos, if you are an entrepreneur, Charlotte is the place to be. And I'm like, is this my sign? Literally every single video that I've watched where people do pros and cons about living in Charlotte, what you need to know before moving to Charlotte, every single one of them say, if you're an entrepreneur, get your butt here, because this is the place to be. It's a new up and coming city. It's growing rapidly. And if you're going to do something and you're going to open up shop, or you're going to do some kind of entrepreneurial something, now is the time. And if you guys don't know, it's always been my dream to have a boutique, and to have a boutique that is size inclusive. I've also thought about the idea of doing a plus size exclusive boutique, since I don't think that there's many of them, but I'm gonna be honest, if there are any at all, I'm gonna be honest, that scares me like no other, because isn't there like a huger chance, like a big, because of the fact that there's not many out there kind of tells me like maybe it wouldn't be successful, or maybe people think it wouldn't be successful. Or maybe I need to be one of the first people to do it, and maybe I need to bring that to Charlotte, and maybe I need, because I remember when me and my kids visited Charlotte, I remember going into these places. I remember going into, my daughter wanted to go into, what is that place? It's Uptown Cheapskate. So we went into there, and I felt like a lost puppy. And that's how I feel every single time I walk into any store other than Torrid or Lane Bryant, or a store that's specifically made for plus size women. So maybe I would do a boutique that's more size inclusive. I don't know, but this is something I have been thinking about for a while now. I've always wanted to do something in fashion, and I always thought about, if I'm not gonna be a fashion designer, because girl, I cannot draw to save my life, then I am going to open up a boutique somewhere. And what better way than to do that, you know, not saying that I'm going to do that, but what better place to do that than in a place where everyone says, if you're going to open something or you're going to be an entrepreneur, here's the place to be. So I feel like I will be at home. I feel like when I go to a coffee shop, there's probably going to be many other creative people working. I feel like when I'm vlogging, people are not going to look at me crazy and be like, what the hell is she doing? People are going to be like, oh, she's a YouTuber. So I am incredibly excited. I am in the process right now. Y'all are going to think I'm so crazy. If you are still here, you're going to be like, this chick she is something else. And I'm going to tell you what, life is too dang short to want something and not go after it. If you have a dream, follow that dream. If you have a passion, follow that passion. Go after what you want. Go after what you believe in. Life is too dang short, and also life is not predictable. There is no security in any job. And this is what I've been trying to tell people when they would tell me and trash me basically for doing YouTube. Like, oh, you just do YouTube, go get a real job. Honey, my job is just as real as anyone else's. I get a paycheck, and just because it's not like yours where I have to actually listen to someone, and, you know, because we still have to listen to people. We still have people above us that tell us what we can and can't do. But at the end of the day, I have a lot more freedom than I would have in a 9-to-5 position. And a 9-to-5, it's never been in my heart. I always knew when I was a little girl that I was born to do something different. I was born to be different. And trust me when I say, whew, what my parents and family must think of me. Seriously, like, this girl she crazy. And I don't care. If me making a decision like this, and, you know, what if I end up hating it? Am I going to hate it any more than I hate it here? No. And I also thought about the fact that, like, Jill, you know, you've moved many different places thinking that you're going to find happiness, and you've never found happiness. One, I have never been in a situation like I'm currently in. I'm financially stable. I have 3-4 years under my belt of being a single mom. I know exactly what it takes to take and financially take care of these children on my own and be solely responsible for them emotionally and be here for them and basically be a full-time 24/7 single mom. I have that under my belt. I also have the means. I have the credit score. I have all of the things lined up for me. And I told myself, the kids were a big factor in this decision on whether I should do it now or not. And I told myself, all right, don't do it now and just wait and do this on your own when your kids get older. And then I counted the years it would take for me to wait for Ava to graduate high school. And do you know how long that is? It's 7 years. And when I realized that, my heart sunk and I said, I don't know if I'll make it 7 more years. So at the end of the day, if I don't do this now, I will never do it. So what have I done in the past 48 hours when I made the decision I'm moving to Charlotte? I have been on the phone with private insurance agents, budgeting insurance and prices. I have been on the phone relentlessly with tons of apartment complexes because that is where I want to live. I want to have a pool. I want to have a fitness center. I want to have, a place that has community events. I want to be I want to be in a place where in an apartment complex where if I go outside, I'll actually see people. If I go to the pool, there will actually be people there. I want to live in a place where, I can walk out the door and go walk to Starbucks with my laptop and work there for the day instead of me sitting here at home doing nothing. Yes, I'm going to get the question, oh my gosh, how are you going to leave that big, beautiful house? You're going to miss that space. No, I'm not. There's 2 things I'm going to miss in this house. Having a separate office, and 2, that big ass bedroom of mine. I will miss the heck out of it. Will I miss having a big bathroom? No, because I hate to clean and that thing is a you-know-what to clean. I never use that bathtub. Ava does sometimes, but not enough for me to justify having a bathtub. Like a separate tub shower thing type situation. Also, living in this house has taught me what I want when I actually go and purchase that dream home of mine. But anytime me and this property manager sat down to talk about me buying, I always got super uncomfortable and I was like, I'm not ready to do this. And he's like, but listen, you are financially ready to do this. You can do this. Trust me. If you're paying this for this house, just imagine the amount of house you can have. And I'm just like, I would literally be so uncomfortable with the conversation that I would be like swaying back and forth and I'd be like fidgeting. And I would always ask myself, why am I like this? What is it about having this conversation with this man that makes me so uncomfortable? And I was like, when I started thinking this whole past week about moving, it was, you don't want to settle down here. The thought of me settling down here had me so anxious. It's so crazy how sometimes we have these feelings and we truly can't get to the bottom of it. And we're like, oh, it's because this or oh, it's because that. No, bitch, it's because you don't want to live here. You don't want to be here anymore. You don't want to make this your forever home. So this will be super fun. Definitely keep an eye on my Poshmark because you guys, I will have sizes ranging from 16 to 24 because I'm going to do the vacuum seal bags so we can have a little more space and keep a little more of our clothes. But I honestly, as I'm sitting here thinking, because as you start moving, you don't realize how much crap you have. But definitely keep an eye on my Poshmark, because I'm not going to be able to take half of my, like more than half of my clothes. And I'm really going to be diligent in the fact that I need to really just stop with the whole, oh, I'll wear that. Legit, I gotta go in there and be like, if you hadn't worn this, and even don't even like, I'll keep shoes for, oh, these are really cute for a picture. No, I'm getting rid of so much from shoes. I don't think that there's much as far as accessories, because I'm gonna keep all my accessories, but shoes, clothes, a few bags. Keep your eyes peeled on Poshmark. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Don't forget about Yvette. Links are down below. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.